Up, everybody? Welcome to the Hook and Bridge podcast, episode number 32 already. Holy crap.
Whew,
Taylor, huge episode today.
32. Huge
32.
episode. I'm so excited.
So a little backstory, found this guy on YouTube originally. Um, Literally, I watched one of your YouTube shorts, and I'm assuming you put them on TikTok as well.
Yeah.
It made me laugh so fucking hard. And then I showed my wife Lindsay, and I was like, "You got to see this." And then I saw Nail in the Coffin, and I was like, it was right before Halloween, and I was like, "This song is incredible." So then I looked at
Thanks.
the rest of your catalog, and I was like, "This kid is amazing." So
So good.
I had to have you on the show,
Thank
man.
you.
I'm super excited to have you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that a lot. It's very nice.
So first of all, how old are you?
I am 23. I just turned 23.
23.
23. Nobody likes you
Nice.
when you're
That's
23.
crazy.
Yes. That's
Secondly, number one, you're super handsome.
Oh,
It's been bothering me a lot. Number
why?
two, your arms, you've got incredible arms. So
Wow.
what I'm saying is you have everything going right. Your music, it's so emotional. So
Yeah.
the cool thing about this interview is we're going to get into some detailed stuff about your journey as a songwriter, about your journey as a musician. Um, Based off of what I have seen in your catalog, I see a progression. I see a change that happened, and I'm very interested to see what was the change in your life that pushed you in this direction. So
Totally.
it might get a little emotional here, might get a little deep. We'll see what happens. Um,
Open.
so first of all,
I have a quick question. I'm sorry.
sure.
I didn't mean to interrupt. You said you just turned 23, right?
Yes.
When was your birthday?
End of October.
Ah,
Oh,
darn. Okay.
Taylor
Says you
just turned
I
21.
just turned 21.
When
I
was
was
your
hoping
birthday?
we were
on
like
Sunday.
November 20th on
Oh,
Sunday.
see, you know what?
Yeah.
End of October. It's not the. Does that count as recently? That's pretty recently, right?
Yes.
That's still
I
pretty
would say so.
recently. Yeah, we're
I
still
think if it's less
mid-October
than
or
4 weeks.
mid-November.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
So, but happy birthday,
Thank
recently.
you. Yeah. Happy birthday
Belated
to you
birthday.
recently.
Well, thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
So, let's start with a little bit of your early career, right?
Sure.
So I just sent Taylor this song. I fucking love this song. It's called Cuffing Season. I was just telling my wife about it.
No. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
So the first thing I want to say is your passion in your early song career. Lyrically, I feel that you were very passionate, and you, first of all, you are an incredible rap artist as well. I mean, fantastic. You have great bars.
Thank you.
But I felt that lyrically you had more passion in your writing early on. Not to say that there's anything not passionate about what you're doing now, but I felt more passion in what you were doing early on, where what you're doing now is much more marketable. You've captured this really great niche audience, and I feel that your early stuff was just as good, but I feel that somebody like was pushing you out of it, or maybe telling you like, no, you need to go this direction. Am I off base here?
Yeah. That's okay. I had started in a middle school punk rock band.
Okay.
And uh I eventually played in a country band as well.
Really?
And that was in like middle
Interesting.
school, and then I went into high school, and I had grown up with like My Chemical Romance, and like
Hmm.
in middle school I had like that hair that went down, like, and then I'd like spray it and like make it into a like
Yeah.
tip at the end. Um but then I went into high school and I got like bullied, like, and I got bullied really bad. So I went through this like normal phase where I was like trying to adapt. A lot of people have like emo phases, but I had like a 4 or 5 year long normal phase
Hmm.
where I started making rap music, because I was trying to adapt and to fit in, and
Interesting.
because it was trendy at that time. That was like when SoundCloud rap was a big thing. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
in 2018, actually, you could see like a shift into like punk rock music, which was like before, right before the wave. But that was like me becoming myself more. So if anything, it feels like all the music I've made in the last few years has been exactly like what I felt and like what I've wanted to say, but have like bottled up. Whereas like music I made in like high school was me trying to be like a rapper and someone else.
Okay, wow.
Oh,
Um,
nice. I
yeah,
love
I was
it.
I was way off base with that
It's all
one,
right
You
though.
are
It's all right.
but I mean,
completely switched.
I could definitely see the switch though, like you were talking, like when I was going through your catalog, beginning to now, like you said, there is a spot in there where it's a clear shift. Like you had a very clear shift, and in some of your early work too, you could kind of see it coming, periodically. Like you had some heavier stuff. You did a lot of like heavier guitar, in some of your rap as well, which I really appreciated. I'm a giant Kid Rock fan, so I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so it was cool to have that kind of influence. And then for some reason, given your age and everything, I just, being the older gentleman I am, assumed that somebody was like pushing you in this direction, because there has been this drastic influence of like everybody's leaning towards that, it seems like now. And the cool thing about your music, it really stood out to me. Like you have more of a pure emo rock, where a lot of artists are more like the pop punk,
Yeah.
where yours is much more dark, and like you just don't get that anymore. Um, so
Appreciate that.
let's let's talk a little bit about right around those high school days. So I was also bullied in high school. I watch a lot of your live streams. I know that you are really an advocate for like mental health and that awareness. Um, was that the main thing that pushed you into that, or was there, somebody close to you, did anything happen that really kind of gave you that final push of like, I need to be an advocate for this? Um,
For are you talking about my music right now or the mental health
the mental
specifically?
health, the mental
Okay, just
health.
wanted to
Yeah.
clarify. Um, yeah, I had always struggled with it. And in high school, I had like a lot of bad problems that I wasn't diagnosing and I wasn't like getting help with.
Hmm.
So and that was also the time when, and I'm really sorry to hear you were bullied too. But then in some ways for me, bullying was like it was like helpful because it like pushed me to like this absolute horrible low. And I got
Hmm.
into a lot of bad things in high school and it kind of like seeped into like college and after graduation. And I think I just spiraled. So when I was spiraling, the one thing that helped me get out of my spiral was being myself. So it was like my music started like changing with that when I was like figuring things out. But then at the same time, I started like paying attention to my emotions more and seeing a therapist, and then I realized that like therapists and therapy is like really really like important and helpful
Hmm.
for some people. For me at least, not everyone has had that experience. I just had like a therapist I really enjoyed, but I also just like realized that I was getting a platform during this progression, and I was like, if you get a platform you have to do something with it. So I was like, what
Right.
is something that like speaks to me specifically? It was that like I was not in a good place for a lot of my life, and I like felt like I had nobody. So now that I have a platform, it's my job to give back and make people not like in the same position I was in, if that
Hmm.
makes any sense.
Mhm.
Oh no, for
Mhm.
sure. And you're 100% right. And it's really needed, especially right
Mhm.
now, like with everything just going on, and like there's been a lot of cases here in Virginia, at least, of bullying leading to horrific acts.
Oh
And
yeah.
Yeah.
like it really, something needs to be addressed, especially on the mental health side, man. That people, we talk actually a lot about mental health on this show, and people definitely need to understand that it's okay to find help. And I'm really happy that you're using your
Yeah.
platform to kind of push that.
And that it needs to start young. Like
Right.
you're
Yeah.
Yes.
that younger
Yes.
crowd and they
Hmm.
need that.
Yeah. The people need to know
Mhm.
it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's,
agree.
and be able to seek help and I feel like there was such a bad stigma about needing therapy and people are like, "Oh, you're weak. Just power through it. You're fine." And
Hmm.
I love that you're making it to where it's not that and you're bringing light onto it and that it's something that you need and it's okay to go and go through therapy and go through that and talk through your feelings.
Hmm.
Right.
It's great.
Right. Yeah, I just think the biggest problem I had and what I imagine seems to be a big problem is people feel alone. It's like
Hmm.
social
Mhm.
media can like instead of bringing people together, I think it's like made us feel more separate and more like different. Um, and so I think that like that leads to the horrible things is when you feel like you have no one and you feel like you have nothing, that is when you become the most out of control. So
Right.
I just want people to realize that they're not alone, because it's like, dude, this world's just really dark. A lot of shitty things
Hmm.
happen to good people. Um, like and it's crazy, dude. On that note, the one thing that like I want to like talk about that kind of caught me off a little off guard was at the start of the interview you talked about like how I looked, and I you'd be surprised how that has like absolutely nothing to do with someone's like mental health and
Mhm.
Oh
well-being.
yeah.
Like,
Oh
Yeah.
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like you can just like not be okay and go through and actually it's sometimes it's like harder because people think if you like look happy a lot, or if you look good, quote unquote good, because
Hmm.
every good like
Mhm.
looking good, that's all subjective. Like you're gonna be a happier person, but I would completely disagree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with what you just said. Absolutely. I feel like not for everybody, but like the happier you are or put off to be, like kind of the sadder you are inside. Like you're trying to be like you're how do I want to word it? You're trying to be okay
Mhm.
when you're
Yeah,
not, and people see it and they're like, "Oh, you're happy, you're smiling, you're so positive." And on the inside, you're like, "No, I feel so alone. This is awful. Like I am not
Right, right,
happy."
right.
But it's just
right,
it's how you look. It's what you put off.
definitely.
Um, so speaking of like the happy positive side of you, you are super engaging on your live streams, man. I have never seen um
Thanks, man.
and I don't really do the social media side of things. um, but I always check in on your live streams and like you are like really, really engaging with your audience, and that's like really impressive, especially as an aspiring artist. Um, have you found that being that engaging with your audience has transitioned into a better turnout at your shows and in larger crowds? Have you seen like the influence?
Yeah, yeah. I I think especially if you're an artist, maybe you can understand this.
Mhm.
But there's this like local band ego scene thing where people think because they're in a band or because people come to their shows that they're like better or more important.
Yeah,
Or like the whole like idea of a celebrity is that like
Hmm.
some person is like on a higher pet, but like we're all on the even playing field. So like on my
right.
live streams, I try to just like talk to everyone because I realize it's just people behind their phones. Like I'm behind my phone. So we're all just people
Yeah,
behind phones on these things.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I just try to like play like even the fields as much as I can and talk to everybody I can as fast as I can, but then still get across
Yeah.
like important messages. And it
Well, and
helps.
and it's so fun too. Like you bring in like this crazy high energy right out the gates, and like it's really entertaining. Like I'll sit there
I'm
and
glad.
watch them afterwards, and I'm just like, man, you're so like charismatic with your audience and stuff. And
Oh,
like
thanks.
I think that I think with the lyrics in your music, um, putting them behind this dare I say more like an upbeat, happier sound, um, combining that with your persona and live stream, like you just are hitting all of the right notes and sending out that message with subtlety. You know what I mean? You're not like in
Totally.
people's faces. You're not, you're not being an asshole about it because you have people that have those platforms and
Right.
want to put off a good word, but they don't approach it the right way. Um,
Right.
but let's talk a little bit about some of your music here because that's why we're here. Um,
Sure.
so early on the rap career, spitting these incredible bars. Moving forward, we get into a little more of the punk rock scene, gets a little heavier. And then at what point would you say what song actually would you say is like your turning point song of like I'm really gonna put myself out there and see if this works?
Yeah, it was Pull the Plug,
I
which
knew it.
I yeah. I at that song I had like just gone through my 21st birthday, I believe, around that time. And I had like had just had a major record label meeting like a month before. And the results from the meeting were we liked the music, we like you, but you just don't have enough social media numbers. Like you're not big enough of an artist. And that just like pissed me off and put me down like part of like one of the spirals.
Mhm.
And like I remember waking up the morning after and then there was like some blood on the like light switch And it's because I had like gotten so like out of control and punched it. And then I looked down at my fist and I was like, dude, this is about to be the start of a song. So I was like, I was so pissed off at everything. I had just been like burnt off by a bunch of people that I can't even talk about. Like,
Yeah.
but like, um, on the other on outside of the label, and I was like, dude, I'm at the low. I just picked up a guitar and I wrote like everything myself, and I just like in like a few hours pumped that out, and then I was like, this is the most authentic song I have ever made. There's the most me, and I released it, and sure enough, it went viral on TikTok and like started everything for me.
Hmm.
So I was like, I think the key to good music is just to being yourself
Yeah.
and just
Oh
like
yeah, for
fully
sure.
like just
Oh yeah.
you know.
Um,
So that was my
so
lesson.
so that song, first of all, it is by far my favorite song of yours. Um, but in that song, I watched the video. So you do the drums in the video. How
Yes.
much of the production are you involved in? Do you actually go and say, "All right, I'm going to pull together a team and we're gonna pump this thing out"? I know you said you started with the guitar and wrote it on guitar. Or do you do all of this in-house yourself? Are you like the one man show here?
Yeah. So yes and no. So it depends on the song. For Pull the Plug, I wrote every instrument myself.
Mhm.
And then I brought it to a producer. And then there has been a producer who's made like 9 out of 10 of my last 10 songs with me. And it's usually just me and him. That's the team, is just me and Joey. So usually I come to him with an idea and he just puts we call it the barba sauce, and he just slams some barba sauce on it. And then whatever, that guy's a magician with music. I bring
Yeah.
him something and then he like even like the subtlest tweak somehow is like the biggest tweak. He's like, oh,
Mhm.
you just needed to change this one thing, and it's a whole different song. And so it's like he's a good thing to have in my life. And it's just really me and Joey. Just
Yeah.
he's producing, and then I'm writing, and then sometimes we write together too, and then that's it.
So how about the music videos? Are you getting into like the directing side of things
Yeah.
with that? I
Yeah, it
bet that's
depends on the
awesome.
music video. For Trust No One, the person who was supposed to shoot our music video canceled the night of, or sorry, the night before of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we were like, and he was shooting the entire crew. So we were like, and so I had gone to a film school, and so for Trust No One, I directed and edited and produced the music video as well as
Oh wow.
like the song too. And then same with Pull the Plug, I directed myself for the music video. And then a few of them I've directed myself, and sometimes I collab with another director. His name's
Hmm.
usually Peter.
Okay.
He's a good director. Just mostly my friends who've just been like, now they're
Yeah,
part of
man.
things.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Oh,
got
that's
to have a good
awesome.
close-knit group of people that are supportive, man. It's essential to people like you and me. You know what I mean? Like if we don't have someone in our life that's supportive, this dream dies quick because we're going to be the
Oh yeah.
hardest
Mhm.
critic.
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I
um
get it.
so let's move into a little bit of your funny stuff, man, cuz like you're hilarious.
You're so funny.
Oh, thanks,
Where do
guys.
you come
Oh.
up with these ideas for some of your little short videos? Like, the one that really got me the most was the one where you were laying in bed with yourself, and you guys had just got done doing it, and you were like, uh, what was the line? Dang it, I don't remember. But so how do you come up with the ideas for these?
I don't know. I'm like driving in a car and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And then I just put out voice memos and just talk to the mic. And then I'm like, oh, so I'm gonna be like laying next to myself, and I'm gonna wake up, and then I'm gonna be doing this. And then a lot of it too is like TikTok is like, yeah, you come up with ideas from other people. So a lot of it
Mhm.
too is like looking through TikTok and seeing what's working and then doing what's working.
Right, right.
So, but then I always add my own twist on it. Like usually I don't even look for music skits. I look for comedians and
Hmm.
what they're doing, and then I like put my music in somehow in it. Like somehow the
Yeah.
radio is playing the music or
I
something,
mean,
and then it
dude,
says,
you're a
and then
marketing
somehow it's
genius.
emo. Yeah,
Yeah.
somehow
Yeah.
it's emo too. Yeah, so I got to bring the emo in it, which
Like
is
like
So good.
what I love
thanks.
most about them is like it always ends up like the story ends up being a part of you're doing something with your music is like the joke. And it's
Yeah.
like that one, especially when you're like under the covers, like starting to sing and you're like, what? No. And I was like, oh my God,
Oh,
that's so
oh,
funny.
now I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes sometimes the idea just comes from like intrusive thoughts. Like I remember one time I was just that I had that intrusive thought where I was like, what if I just started recording and like didn't continue a conversation with the person? And so that's where it like came out for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
I love it.
Um,
It's so funny.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
so let's talk a little bit about Nailing the Coffin. I think it's safe to say outside of Pull the Plug, right now song has got to be like one of your top 3 popularity songs. Just because of the catchiness. No, really?
Not at all. No, that one just never
Really?
caught. Yeah, but I appreciate
What?
you liking it. That's cool. No, no, dude. I mean, if right now, and like, let me pull up the rankings. It's like Vampire by Rumor,
I
Drop
love that
Dead,
one. Yeah, I
Trust No
love that
One,
one.
Fuck It All, and Pull the Plug. Dude, honestly, Nailing the Coffin's 9 out of 10.
That's crazy.
I
That
like that
song
you
is
like it.
so catchy,
Oh,
and the
thanks.
music video where you're running from all the villains, like it's so good.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Um, well, never mind that question then. So let's move on over to the new EP
No, no,
because
you're good.
the new EP is fantastic.
Thank
Um,
you.
you've been really promoting it out there. Um, so what song on that new EP would you say has been like the song that you're like, I really am proud of this track?
Hmm. Well, I think Vampire by Rumor, like, I was proud enough that I got a tattoo of like a
Oh, really?
vampire skull. Yeah, a vampire skull. A
Oh, that's
vampire skull
sick.
on
Oh,
my arm.
that's sick.
Because it also got like that song like is going big. Like
Oh, yeah.
probably in a few years it'll have like quite a few mil streams. Like it's because it
Yeah.
almost had 2 million, right? So it's like that song was like that's the biggest one for me. And then the next one was Drop Dead. I wrote that song like by locking myself away from the world and throwing my phone out and just like dealing with a breakup. And just so
Uh-huh.
I was like it just felt like I could just say every line in that song was like super personal.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, you can tell.
so yeah, like for all the times that you sketch me like she used to sketch me, like now, yeah, it's right, it's in the song now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, usually in these interviews I like to dive really deep into the lyrics. With yours though, when I was reading some of the lyrics and just really taking in the music, like it all just felt really emotional and really personal. And this being your first time on the show, I didn't want to dive too deep into that because like when you write songs that and like the lyrics that you use, like a lot of that comes off like extremely personal, and people, I would even say, like me, like you, are like very closed on some of that stuff, and you don't really want to talk about it publicly. um but I can't urge people enough, man, to go check out all of your music, the new EP
So good.
especially. um and really take a listen, and like I said, jump in those live streams too, because like they really are a lot of fun, and what you're doing is fantastic for the world, man.
Thank you. I
um
appreciate that.
so we like to play games here.
We have the last question.
Oh, phew. Yeah, I can't forget the final question. The
Okay.
most important question of the show. So the show is called the Hook and Bridge Podcast for a reason. I consider myself the hook of the show. I'm the entertainer. I'm the guy that kind of brings everybody in and keeps the energy going. Taylor, my little sister, is the bridge of the show. She's an essential piece of the show, comes up with some clever lines in there, and tries to keep everything like connected together. So we ask all of our guests, which is more important to you in your process, whether producing music or just listening to music, the hook or the bridge in a song?
The hook.
The hook.
But
Ah,
not in this case. But
listen.
not. I'm sorry. Not. I don't want it to be like in this case. But in a song, the hook is the most important. That's in the world of TikTok. That's like all that matters sometimes.
Yeah, that is true.
Hmm.
And then like
I'll
and
give
with
that
it
one to you.
and like bridges are like they're cool, but like sometimes the bridges for a lot of artists are like this is not in this podcast. In songwriting,
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
bridges are like
Mhm.
the throwaway
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Not
and,
always, and it
That's fair.
shouldn't be. It should never be a throwaway. But like big artists do that all the time.
Mhm.
yeah, oh yeah, and we've
Now,
heard a lot
here's
of
the real
guests.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Who do you like more, me or Harley?
Ooh,
This is what
ooh.
I've decided that I'm going to start asking the guests.
Oh, that's
Because
what you decided?
Yeah, I want a straight up answer.
What? I can't. You can't just ask someone that. I've spoken with you guys for a total of 29 minutes.
Yeah,
Forming an opinion
Okay,
on that one would be hard.
we got to become
that's
friends
fair.
first,
Okay,
Taylor. She's
we'll
way
become
out of lane.
besties. We'll become besties, and then
Yeah,
we'll go
no,
from there.
no
Um,
sweat.
so, like I said, we like to play games here.
Mhm.
Today I actually decided last minute to change it up on you. I love this game most, so we're gonna play this one. This is Take It or Leave It. I like to go through my song list and just hit shuffle, and then just get your opinions on some of the songs. So we tell all the guests like that play this game, if you take the song, that means you like it. If you leave it, it means you don't like it. It's kind of like the smash or pass of music. Um,
Okay.
so, and then feel free to, like I said, give your opinions on the song.
Sure.
So the first one that I got here is Incubus off of their first album, Science, New Skin. Are you an Incubus fan?
No, I haven't dug into Incubus enough, but I know they're like whatever tomorrow. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
How about Audio Slave? Show Me How to Live. Do you like
Oh,
Audio
I
Slave?
love. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, love Chris Cornell.
Yeah,
And
there we
like,
go.
yeah, dude, yeah, big fan of Soundgarden and Audio Slave.
Yep, me too, man. I fucking love those bands.
Oh yeah.
We actually saw Scott Weiland's last show right before he passed in Columbus. How about the band Pretty Reckless? Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but it's another one of those bands that I haven't done a like super
Mhm.
like dig into. I either with an artist, I either like know all of their catalog or like I just know their hit, you know?
Right.
Right.
How about Theory of a Dead Man? They got a new track out right now called
Really?
Dinosaur.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't. Theory of a Dead Man is one of those like they're crazy. I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah. Oh my God, their songs are yeah, they're wild.
They were like the Nickelback of the mid 2000s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're wild. Some of their dude, some of the songs I'm like I can't even I don't know how they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Oh
like
yeah.
some of
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. They're pretty
Like
intense.
they had that one song that actually our mom really loved, but I can't remember the name of it at the moment.
It's an awkward song for your mom to like.
Yeah. I can't
I think
remember
it's
it
the
though.
only Theory of a Dead Man song I know.
Yeah, but I
Is
can't
it Bad
remember.
Girlfriend?
No, not Bad Girlfriend. It was the other
The
major
bitch
hit.
came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't, but dude, that band's wild. Yeah.
How about Take Me Out by Franz Ferdinand? You had to remember that
Uh,
one. Good old Guitar Hero song.
uh, how does it go? Can you like comment?
Yeah. So if you're lonely.
That's the
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I know that one.
All right,
I know.
let's see here. Oh man, Miss Murder by AFI.
Oh yeah, dude, one of my
Hell yeah.
top 10. Hey, Miss Murder cannot. Yeah, that goes,
Yep.
dude, a classic.
Yeah. All right. Here you go. How about Mockingbird by Eminem? Are you an Eminem fan?
Yeah, I like Eminem. Mockingbird was the song with his daughter where he's like,
Yeah.
but don't sing in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
Way
yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day, man.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. How about Bare Naked Ladies? Pinch Me?
I don't know that one. Do I need
You
to
don't know?
listen to that one?
Oh, dude.
Can you hum it? Maybe
Um,
I do. If you hum it, I might.
yeah. Let's see here. Pinch me,
Oh, I didn't know.
'cause I'm still asleep.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't know
Dude,
that
the
song.
choruses in that song are
I don't,
fantastic.
I don't actually know that one, but I'll look it up after this. I got
Oh
it
yeah,
on
you should, man.
Spotify.
I'm not a huge Bare Naked Ladies fan, but that song is, I would say, most intricate of their music. A lot of their music is like a throwaway stuff, really funny stuff, but that song's very intricate.
I just looked them up, and I am so disappointed that bear is not spelled like the animal bear. They're not all
yeah,
bears.
yeah.
They had such a good chance.
Yeah.
They did. They really
Um,
messed up.
how about Matchbox 20? How do you feel about them?
I like Matchbox 20. I don't like listen to Maxbox. Like I'm not driving in my car listening to
Right.
Matchbox 20, you know.
Yeah, us
Um,
either.
and then
Okay, fair. Fair.
it's my favorite band, so
Yeah, it is
Oh, really? Is that your
yeah,
favorite band?
yeah. How
Cool.
about this will be the last one here. Blink 182.
He's literally
Oh,
wearing
dude, I'm
shirt.
wearing
He's
a
wearing a
Blink
shirt.
I know.
182. Yeah, yeah, I love Blink 182.
Yeah,
Big
us
fan.
too. Are you gonna go see their show? You gonna go
I
see
can't afford it. No, they're like the
So you
tickets are
weren't willing to
crazy.
sell your house?
No, I wasn't willing to sell my house for a show. That's crazy. That's
All right.
crazy.
All right, man. So it's time for the end of the show. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. I would
Yes, so
really
much
love to have
fun.
you back on. So anytime you want to come back on, we would really love to have you. What do you got going on? I know you have an upcoming, I don't know if you've announced it yet, but like an upcoming tour. I know you just got off of a tour. So is there any dates that you want to promote to all the listeners?
I can't. I can't yet.
Okay.
Can't talk about
Oh,
that. Can't talk about that one yet. I don't
All right.
think.
All right.
And then yeah, anything coming up, dude, just more and more songs. I think December I'm not releasing anything. I might drop a Christmas song for the hell of it. But
Oh,
if not,
yes.
yeah,
do it.
if not, it would be like a cover of a Christmas song that's like
Yes.
pop punk or
Yeah.
emo or something. But if I don't do that, then January I got an original that's just coming right out the gate with it.
Hell
So
yeah.
Awesome.
Dude, that's awesome. I would really love it if you covered a Christmas song. I think
If
that
you
would
covered
be
a Christmas song,
fantastic.
absolutely.
is there
Um,
a specific one you really want to hear? Like
so if I had to
God.
pick one, I would say that Eagles one. The bells will be ringing.
Home for Christmas?
Is that what it's called? Home for Christmas? I think you're right. I think it's called
oh
Home.
yeah,
Uh,
please come home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you doing that, your vocal, first of all, is
Mhm.
perfect for that song. Like your tonality and everything. I think that would be fucking killer. And I don't think anyone's done like a harder rock version of that song.
Bon Jovi.
Yeah, but his wasn't.
It's not hard rock.
Yeah,
It's Bon Jovi.
yeah. So I
Bon
think
Yeah,
that
Bon
would
Jovi's
be
its own thing. Yeah.
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 I think that would be
I'll,
really cool.
all right, heard. I wrote it down. I actually did. I don't know if you saw that typing.
I didn't, but I believe you.
It's
All
on the
right,
list.
man. Well, thank you again for coming on the Hook and Bridge podcast, man. It's been
Thank you
an
so
absolute
much.
pleasure to have you on. And if you want to come back on, shoot me on over an email.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you having me. Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely looking forward to staying in touch.
All right,
Come
man.
out to a show sometime. Yeah, let me know if you guys
Dude.
ever want to come out to a show and I'm in your area. Just let me know. I'll guest list you or something. Like, just
Dude,
let me know.
if you're anywhere on the East Coast, I will be there.
And we'll also be
Sure.
in Colorado and hopefully the beginning of April.
Yep.
Okay. What are you guys doing in Colorado?
Going to see that friend for the first time over in Colorado.
In the Springs, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
All right,
we'll be
bet.
there for a few days, like I think 3 or 4 days. So hell yeah,
Yeah,
we
just
should
let me
definitely
know.
get together. Yeah. All right, man. Well, have a
Guys.
great night, man.
Thank you guys.
Have
I
a wonderful
appreciate
night.
you. Yeah, I got to finish my live streams and then I'm out. But I just want to say thank you guys for
Yeah. Thank you,
having me.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
I
care,
really
guys.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right. See you, man.
See you guys.
See ya.
All right. So we gotta finish up our end of the show stuff real quick.
That was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
It's so nice.
So go check out the Hook and Bridge podcast. You're listening to it right now. Tell your friends. Keep
friends.
pumping those numbers. We're doing well. We need more reviews and rates on Apple. Apple won't push us up in the rankings if we don't get those. So take the extra time, go in there, at least just give it 5 stars. If you don't have time to write a stellar review, but just give it a quick 5 stars. That also helps.
Stellar review.
Stellar review.
Nah.
A totally tubular review, if you can.
Totally tubular.
A good old Redondo.
You're gonna
Redondo
start
Beach.
talking like Jeff Fisher from
Dude, I've been doing that all week.
I love it.
But please go over there, leave a rate and a review, and go on Spotify and leave us some rates over there. I think they just started doing that recently. So promo Polly, you ready?
Oh, hang on.
Character.
Oh, well, I forgot. I would be the worst actor.
She forgot her
I
lines.
would. I just forgot my line.
Oh boy.
All right, this is for YouTube, right?
You got it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh my goodness. And hit that
Subscribe.
bell notification so you can be notified anytime we post another video.
Whoop, whoop. Good job.
Whoop, whoop.
Good job, T-Dog.
Thanks.
T-Bone.
Trying. T-Bone.
Anyways, that's the show, everybody. Peace.